He is the host of his own hit television program that appears every Friday night on Nat Geo Channel. And he's also the author of the brand new book, Member of the Family. It's in a bookstore near you right now. He's a friend of two-legged and four-legged animals everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, to Montel across America. Cesar, thank you so much for being here. I don't know if you know this. I am a huge fan.
I just find out. Thank you very much.
Sir, I and my wife watch you. We watch the reruns, the other reruns, and it's crazy. I wanted to ask you one thing right now real quick, because we're talking about really Feel Good Friday. There's a lot of people out there right now that are having some trouble because economically, it's really, really tight, and they're thinking about, giving their dog up. What would you say? I know there's a lot of programs across America that help, feed. There are animal kind of like food shelters. What do you think people can do right now, sir?
God, that's a hard decision, because I'm not in that situation for me even feel how they feel. But just the thought of placing my dog or giving my dog to the new house, I can even imagine how they feel. I just had no idea. I can tell you more about what to do with an aggressive dog that actually
absolutely.
makes that decision.
And you know what? Let's do that because we have some callers on the line, and one caller, is she here yet? One caller is going to be my wife. It's Tara.
Oh, really?
Tara Williams. And why? Because we have a little dog. We have a tiny toy poodle who really isn't a tiny toy poodle because I think he's just a toy poodle. He's 13 pounds. He can be the sweetest dog in the world. The sweetest. I mean, to everybody, especially when he's around her. Now, with me, he pays attention to everything I say. Mm-hmm. With her, he walks down into the lobby of our apartment building to walk outside, and any little noise, he starts screaming. And he has this pitch that, I don't know if this pitch that people a block away will turn around and go, ah, and we don't know why he does it. And wait, joining us right now is my wife. So I got to welcome Tara. Hey, baby, thank you for calling in. You had a question for Cesar. Cesar, this is my wife, Tara.
Hi, Tara.
Hi, Cesar. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for watching the show. Appreciate it.
Oh, great. We love you so much. So my question is, every time I take Mr. Max out,
Mr. Max?
Mr. Max.
Okay.
Yes, he has problems with bikes, runners, and little children. And when he sees them, he tries to pretty much attack them. And I can't calm him. And with Montel, he's fine. He can walk him. He's really calm. So I don't know what to do to try to get him to a calm state where I can take him out.
You say all the time, Cesar, that you rehabilitate dogs and train owners, right?
I train people, yes. And that was going to be my question. What is your state of mind when your dog is in that excited, I guess, dominant? I don't know, but it sounds like he gets excited about people moving or running. What is your state of mind?
I have a little bit of anxiety. I try to have the good energy to walk him so it transfers to my dog.
Yes.
But there's so many people around and small children, I think I have a little bit of anxiety.
And so is it fair to say that you feel bad about what people think?
Yeah, I think that's fair because I'm always like, I'm sorry, because it startles people. He doesn't have a bark. It sounds like a woman screaming.
Yes. You know what?
And he startles people.
Huh?
So I'm sorry. I said he startles people a little bit. So I'm always apologizing.
Yeah, but at the same time, at the moment we're going to apologize first. We don't really control our member of our family, So
right.
It's best. So if the environment affects you, you're not going to be able to affect the environment. That's the truth,
Right.
Because the dog is in a weak state or unstable state, and the human become more weak or more unstable. So the human is not going to be able to accomplish what he wants because the human is giving power to the environment instead of owning the power and dealing with the situation as when I call calm assertive energy.
Yes.
And then and really don't focus on what people say, what people think, because they're going to see that you're taking responsibility instead they're going into the apology first,
Right.
And that's one of the things that a lot of people go through when they have a little dog. They want to apologize. When they have a larger dog, they just move away. But when they have a little dog, they stay in that place. I'm so sorry, and the dog's still in that state, you know.
Exactly.
Or they carry the little dog, they lift the little dog, and so sorry, Maxwell, Mr. Maxwell, you embarrassed me. You know, they start having a conversation with the dog at that time.
That's exactly.
Exactly.
I think you're the fly on the proverbial wall there, Cesar, because that's what's going on. Look, we are talking to Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer. You can call in right now, 866-303-2270. And, you know, TT, stay on the line because we have another caller, Christine from New Jersey. She has a question for Cesar. Go right ahead.
Hey there. So I have a 80-pound yellow Labrador. He's 2 years old, and he just taught himself a wonderful new trick. He knows how to open the refrigerator. And anytime that anyone cooks chicken, lamb, steak, he just senses it and just goes in and helps himself. I have no idea what to do. It's partially funny, but it's like, you know, he's 80 pounds. He's a little overweight to begin with. He can't be helping himself to 6-pound roast chickens.
Well, you know, it's always two options. You know, you can address the behavior or you can redirect the behavior. When a dog finds things, it to me is a sign that he needs an activity where he actually is being told to find things. That's why search and rescue or finding the ball or finding a toy gives them access to, you know, to accomplish this goal. You know, as a Labrador, as a dog, they all want to find things. But once you get into the hunting breeds, it's in their genetics to find something with their nose, you know?
Well, you know, now I'm going to have to take a break in a second. Cesar, we got to thank you. When you come back through town, could you please come by, stop in the studio? We'll bring Mr. Max in, and maybe you could help us figure out what we need to do.
Oh, absolutely. That's done deal.
And Tara, you know, they'll tell him there's the other little piece to this is that he seems to react. It's very funny to, you know, like a cart. A cart can be across 40 feet away from you. We can't hear it. Is the cart irritating his ears, Cesar? Because he will scream.
We can exchange it to make him feel relaxed from it. So you can always condition the brain to either or, you know, and so you can condition the brain to become nervous from it, or you can condition the brain to become relaxed from it. So it's really up to us to give our dogs what they need and how we want them to view the world.
So, TT, what do you think? You think we'd have Cesar come by the house and show us what we need to do?
I would love to have Cesar come by the house.
It's
done deal,
would
man.
Be wonderful.
It's an open invitation, sir. We'll have you come in. Maybe he'll be able to teach us how we can bring Mr. Max here and he can sit with me in the studio and he won't, you know, go at people. That would be great. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir, because we're telling us something good today.
Montel across America.